Hi BAM Squad, my name is John Jewell. My wife Carla and I are the owners of Jewel Tone Music in beautiful downtown historic Culpeper, Virginia, which is known as the Crossroads of Virginia. So we're starting our 10th year of our music school here, and we're kind of in an interesting area. It's fairly rural. It's a growing area, part of what is considered to be Northern Virginia outside of the Washington, D.C. area. But it's got a little bit of an apathy towards the arts we found since we've been out here. Not a great deal of support for the arts in general, music schools and such. We're the first major music school to show up in this entire area. We've grown from 0 students to, at our height, 220 students. And we've developed some what we think are fun and unique kinds of programs in terms of Ukestra, which is a ukulele orchestra. And that's full of adults and young people as well, and they've been having a lot of fun with that. We do currently 3 rock schools every week, and we have over 15 kids that are involved in that. We have had a strings orchestra. We have also had a brass group as well. So we've been off into a lot of different things. 13 years ago, I ended up losing my job in information technology sales, which I had been in for like 25 years. And at 50, that was a really hard time to find myself out of work. And I had one of my kids was in college and the other one was finishing high school. And through a set of circumstances beyond our control, we ended up here in Culpeper. And Carl and I were actually out on our deck one day and we were talking about things that we could be doing to make some money. And at that point, I had a recording studio that was not doing all that well. And we thought to ourselves, why not let's start an actual music school here, not just a little music studio, but something that would be what we felt very beneficial to the community. And that's what birthed the whole idea of Jewel Tone Music. So what we really have felt has been the cornerstone and the hallmark of what we've tried to achieve here has been performance-based. Both Carla and I growing up with instructors that really emphasized performance in our lives, we felt like this was something that was important. And at that time, Carla was teaching at a couple of other different studios that they never had recitals. They never had performance opportunities for their kids at all. And we felt like this was something we really wanted to offer at this area. And it was kind of interesting, it was very fun. The first recital that we did the entire school in less than 45 minutes. And now we're at a point where we have to do it over an entire weekend, and we have to do several performances over the course of an entire weekend to be able to accommodate all the students that we have. But it's just become a big part of what we do. We also offer showcases. We've worked in local talent show events. We've worked in a lot of different things here in our little community to showcase the local talent that we have, and not only the kids, but also adults as well. One of the things that we're really proud of, and quite frankly, besides the great students that we have and the excellent teachers and the awesome administration team that we have here, one of the things we're really proud of is our baby grand piano. And 2 years ago, we were very blessed to be in a position to actually buy Bella, that's her name, here's a picture of her, and have used this in all of our recitals. And so that's something we happen to be a little proud of here as well. So what really drew me personally to build a music school was Johnny, of course, and the fact, not only just the fact that he was very personable, but is the amount of information that he provided free in that first video. We had looked at other programs and it was always just kind of skirting around what really you might get into or might not get. But Johnny just gave us so many great ideas, and I brought that back to our staff, and immediately everybody was on board with it, and we started right just from the free material applying some ideas. So that's been one of my favorite things, is the fact that we have not seen the hype, we've seen actual real solid information that we can use on a regular basis for our business. And that probably for me has been one of the greatest selling points of Build a Music School. Not, setting aside all the great information that's in there, but just the fact that it's genuine. And the other thing is the support community between what we get online and the BAM Squad, the Facebook group, and the fact that you can speak with people all around the world and exchange ideas and getting support. And it's actually been beneficial to me. I've gotten answers to questions when the whole COVID crisis hit. For example, I was having a lot of problems with Zoom in our drum room, our virtual drum room. And one of the BAM Squad members was the one that was able to tell me what I was doing wrong in order to be able to get that up and running. And now that is a big part of what we do here. Since becoming a member of Build Music School, I personally feel like I've become a lot better owner, and I'm becoming a lot better leader and running our organization more professionally. Now, of course, I'm blessed that I have my wife is our director of administration. I have a great director of operations and an awesome director of marketing, who, by the way, is the one that's running the camera right now, and also does great artwork for us. But just going through this process of learning things like the StoryBrand principle, for example, had a big impact on us and helped us to revamp the look and the feel of the company. The challenge that BAM Squad presented to us, go out and look at other logos. Our old logo was okay, but it was very bland. It didn't really catch the eye. Now you can see the one over my head here, much more colorful, much more engaging. And this has become the foundation for everything that we're doing now. Now things are much more bright and fun and vibrant. And our director of marketing, Lindsay, has just done a great job of creating this awesome info pack that goes out now. Now we have a complete end-to-end solution that we never had before. We've always had a good web presence, but now people can come out and they can register for the trial lesson online. They can get the info pack. We have this great little video that we shot, all these kinds of things that we never had before. And comparing, quite frankly, comparing what we are doing here to music schools that are outside of our market, but still fairly close to us, I feel like we look way better than these other groups of people right now. And I think also we're much better prepared for future growth because of these kinds of things. Before we joined BAM Squad, I actually felt like we did things well. I mean, we had good procedures in place. We had good technology in place. We had done electronic invoicing since the beginning of our business. We had done a lot of things well, but there were just a whole host of things that we had never really thought about. And one of them was the onboarding process and the information that we could supply to brand new students to just make it more engaging and interesting and want them to come be part of our community. And I think that's another part of things too that we're realizing, and this has been probably our biggest challenge that we're working on right now. It's just the community in general. We find some areas as you move into the bigger metropolitan areas in Virginia, for example, that people are way more engaged with their kids into things like the arts. And it's more of an important thing to them. And it's not so much out here yet. It's beginning to change a little bit, but it's something we've been fighting since day one. So just learning about community and all the things that we can do to engage our parents, to engage our students, have been incredibly beneficial. So the things that I've seen that have changed really has just been kind of an attitude, the look of the company, the desire to create a better sense of community than we have ever had before. And another thing too is just even something as simple as moving from our old invoicing system where we use MyMusicStaff now, just having those ideas brought to us where we did our homework and we found something that quite frankly works 100 times better for us now than what it had before. So now we're in a position of looking at some information that we've never been able to really understand, like retention, for example, and trying to enter in all the birth dates of kids and things like that. So to me, that's been the biggest change here, is just how we have kind of not only looked at the company in general and how it appears to people on the outside, but the other thing is the community aspect of it and working towards creating a real genuine community. So as I kind of look at the future for this company, the next 5 years or so down the road, like any company, you want to get it to a point where you're making money, you're profitable all the time, you're not worrying about money. I would love to be at a position where we're at like 400 students, 350 to 400 students. But truthfully, more important to us is the idea of creating a permanent home for the arts here. In our particular area, we've had a lot of things that have come and gone over the last 30 years. It's hard to believe. People that have come in with good hearts and good efforts, but for whatever reason, it's just not lasted. And so we want the legacy of Jewel Tone Music to be something that lasts for our area. And not only lasts as an institution or an academy or a music school, but it lasts in the hearts and minds of kids and adults for a long time to come. So that's really our biggest goal here, is just leaving some sort of lasting impression musically and from the arts into our little community. To anybody that's looking at building a music school and wondering, is it worth it? The answer is absolutely yes. It didn't take us very long to decide that it was a relatively small amount of money that you're spending every month to get a very big return on your investment. It was one of the best decisions that we've made so far with our business in general. So if you're thinking about it, it is well worth the effort. You're going to have to put a lot of effort into it. It's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of thought process. If you don't have a big staff, it's going to be harder to do. I guarantee you, as a single person, I've got a staff of 4 of us in the management team here, and we still have to put an awful lot of effort into what we're doing at our size of school. So definitely worth doing. And as far as maybe something to just say about Johnny is that we've looked at a lot of different people. We've listened to a lot of different seminars. We've done webinars and things like that. One of the things, and I'll probably never have the chance to meet you, Johnny, but if I ever did, I'd love to say this to your face, is the fact that we felt the genuineness of you as the creator of Build a Music School. Also, people of faith like we are and like you are, we sensed that connection fairly quickly and early on, and that there were guiding principles in your business that you were trying to teach other people as you went along about the idea of creating a charitable organization, giving back to the community. That's pretty rare in this day and age. Most everybody's out for themselves, and that was one of the things that we saw straight away from you, was the fact that you, it was about other people. It was always about giving back to other people. So for that, we thank you. We appreciate it. We love BAM Squad. We love you guys very much. And thanks for this opportunity. Have a great day. Cheers.